Welcome to the academic structure section. In this section, we are going to talk about the grading system, classes, and subject. The academic structure is where you define how your entire school operates. It keeps your grading classes and subjects organized and perfectly aligned. So we have the grading system, and under the grading system, you'll be able to configure your school's grading standards, assessment structure, and calculation rules. So we're going to start by creating a new academic year. So click on the click academic year and you fill out this form. So you give a school the academic year, the description, and you choose the start date and the end date. Let's say, just taking a random date. Click on this icon and you choose this. Next, we have the status here, mark as current academic year. So just click on the mark, and next just click on the create academic year, and your year has been successfully created. We have the profile name, so you're going to give the profile name here. Let's say Evergreen. So just take the name of our school and just add it here, Evergreen Scholars. Next, we have the education system, which we are going to take the Cameroon English system, and we have the assessment. We'll go for the unified assessment and add the description. Let me just say hard work. Next, you're going to select a quick start template. So either select from here, from this drop down, or you just come directly to the card view here and just pick one. So I'm going to go with the British standard, and we have this template preview here. Check it out. Next, just click on the use template. So once our profile has been successfully set up, we're going to go to the calendar settings, and under the calendar settings we can add the terms or the semesters and their weight to towards the final year result. So we have here the first term. Let's give it as a first term. Here the second term. So just configure this according to the semesters or the terms. And here we have the third term. Next, we move to the assessments, and under the assessment, you can decide to give the first assessment or the second assessment, or you define the assessment within each term and their weight. So here, since we chose the British standard, it came with these configurations. We just check it out and see how we can modify. If the assessments are not okay, we can just click on this add assessment and add. But in my case, I don't want to add, but maybe you will love to add. You just click on this and add. And next, we have the grading skills. The grading skills here, you define how percentages convert to letters, grades, GPA points, and the other skills. So we can choose the primary skills here. You can choose according to how your school is. You can also choose the skill per set. So I'll go with custom, or let me say the British standards. Okay. Okay, good. This is good. And we have additional skills here, where you enable additional grading skills for comprehensive reporting. So if you want the GPAs to show, just toggle it on. If you want the percentages to show, just toggle it on. So let me just untoggle that, and I'm going to adjust these grade boundaries. So in your case too, you can also adjust the grade boundaries. So let me just do that right away. Up next is the subject section. In here, classify subjects as core, optional, and elective. So the core subjects are those mandatory subjects that all students must take. We have the optional subjects, which are those subjects that students can choose from. And we have the elective subjects, which are the extra subjects for advanced students. So you just click on this add core to add a subject, and just click on this add button to add any optional subject too. And in here We have the credit system settings where you can set the default credits, the minimum credits required, and the maximum credit required. So everything has been configured here. Next, we have the calculation where you're going to define how grades are calculated, positions determined, and special cases handled. So we have the position calculation scope here. We can choose. We have the tier breaker rules in order of priority. We have the core subjects which are here. You can add. You can just click on this drop down here and add high single subjects. Can add as many as possible. Tier breaker rules. We have the rounding and precision here. The decimal precisions, you can just maybe round to one decimal place. We have the rounding mode, maybe round up to the nearest, or round, always round down. And we have an example here. Then not forgetting the missing grades, and we have the special classes. So you can just see treat as 0. We have the absent grade. So you add something. Let's say the absent grade might be B. So you add that, and we have the exempt grade code. We have the grade code here. Add what suits your school. We have the promotion center where you set requirements for students' promotion and receipt. We have the overall pass mark, the core subject minimum, the minimum subject passed, and the minimum GPA if applicable. And we have the receipt or retake policies here. The maximum receipts, you can just click on this icon, this up arrow or the down arrow to reduce, and the up arrow to increase. We have the score policies. Just click on this drop down to choose what best suits your school. And we have the receipt fee. Can define the receipt fee by using the up arrow or the down arrow. And next we have the preview, where you can preview your configuration and test with sample data. So just check everything out. If everything has been configured successfully, just scroll down to check that them good. And next, just click on the save configuration. Once you've successfully configured your grading system, up next we're going to talk about classes and subjects. And under the classes and subject management, you will be able to configure your classes, subjects, and the educational level. We have the add button here, which permits you to add a class and a subject. So here we have all the different levels which are present in the system, from the pre-nursery, nursery, primary school, secondary school, high school, and the university college. So what we're going to do right now is to add a class to each and every levels. So add class and subject. You can do that by clicking on this button here, or you just come directly here and then you add the class and level to the pre-nursery. Let's see. Okay, start with the pre-nursery. Let's add the class name. Pre-nursery. See, pre-nursery, say daycare. Pre-nursery. The ranking method, you can choose subject first, term and average, then student capacity, and here we can here you'll be able to select the subjects for this specific class. If you want all these subjects to be attributed to the class, just click on this select all and you attribute to the class. But I want the daycare to just have drama and design. Click on create. So I'm just going to add the different classes to all the different levels here. Let me do that and get back to you. We have successfully added classes and subject to all the different levels. We have the pre-nursery, we have the nursery. These are the different classes and subjects. We have the primary. These are the different classes and subjects. We have the secondary. These are the different classes and the subjects. You can add as many classes and subjects as you want. We have the high school and the university. We have this button here. You can click on it to update the classes and the subject. And we have the settings button here, which also helps you to view all the different classes and the subjects, and you just click on the update in case anything has changed. When you're done, just click on the update. We also have this delete button here. In case you don't want this class, you can just delete. Next, we have the statistics card here, which shows the progress of what you're doing inside the class and the subject management. We have the educational levels, there are 6. We have the total classes, which are 19. We have the total subjects, which are 11. And then we have the student capacity. So this gives a total number of students that are in the whole system. With these elements, which are the grading system, classes, and subjects, you build a strong academic foundation that keeps your entire school running smoothly. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.